Hello, everyone. This is Nicole Hines. And the other day, we had a Remine class, and we ran into a snag during class. And myself and another participant called the MLS board, and they gave us a workaround for it. Okay? Chat wasn't much help. They really weren't aware of the problem or why it needed to be fixed. They weren't aware of it being a problem at all. Okay, so what it involves is the residential purchase agreement. And if we want to put in this agreement, we want to make everything subject to the date that this was signed. So for instance, the earnest money deposit is to be wired within 48 hours of acceptance of this offer. So I don't have a date the earnest money is due. You know what I mean? It's going to be subject to when the offer is accepted. We want everything to flow like that. And for most of the way through the contract, we can do that. Appraisal contingency, we have put 25 days. Now, this is fictitious. I'm not saying you use this. You always ask your lender how many days he or she thinks they need. I put 28 days for loan contingency, and I came down to this area right here is where we ran into the problem. This is line 10 of page 3, close of escrow. If you click here, it will only let you put in a date. It doesn't matter if I hit the space bar, it just moves my screen around. Let me find that spot again. Anyhow, so we could not find a workaround to type in this area. So here's what the board says to do. Make sure everything else is filled in your contract. The initials and the signature spots should autofill where they go. Make sure everything is done except that one blank spot that you want to write in, okay? Now, just in case you were to make an error or have to change something, your client says, you know what, that's not going to work for me. I want you to add this. Or I want to ask for another piece that was at the house that I saw. I want to include that in the contract. Then just to be safe, let us back out of here a moment. Or let me click up here and see if I can get right to the beginning of the transaction. Nope. Okay, I got to hit the back button. There we go. Now I'm in this transaction, and here's my purchase agreement. And before I turn it into a PDF, I want to go over here and I want to copy it. And it names it Copy of Residential Purchase Agreement, which is perfect. I know which is the one I'm using, and I know which is the copy. So I'm going to go back up here to this guy, open it up again. There we go. Finally got it open. So now I'm back in that residential purchase agreement that I have everything filled out to be. Let's go through it again just to make sure everything is filled out. Yeah, it looks like everything held just fine. So now what I can do, let's check that broker area. Let's make sure all that filled in. I didn't go down that far yet. Broker information is perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right back up here, right under the sign. You're going to see a button that says Convert to PDF. We are going to convert this form into a PDF. Am I sure? Yes. I'm not going to be able to change something I've written already, but I can add a text box to this now. And as you can see, we've got these controls right up here, and here is a text box. So now let's find page 3, line 10. Close of escrow. Here we go. Grab a text box, put it under my name, because it wants to know who is this text box for. And oops, let me hit finish. There we go. And now let's get back over here and let's drag this a little bit more open to fill that space. I'm going to type in here, and I want to make the font a little smaller, and I am going to put let's see, it says close of escrow shall be on or before, and I'm going to put 32 days from acceptance of offer. And let me see if I can center that so it looks good. There we go. And let's move this to just the right spot. It's hard to get that four-way arrow on here sometimes. Here, let me click on white and then try again. There we go, I got it. And down a little bit. Okay, and so just get that right where you like it. That is done. Everything is done now. And now I can hit send and send that off for a signing. And I'll go all the way through that again for you one more time to make sure that's comfortable for you the more you see it done. We're going to put Michael first. We're going to put Danielle. I can delete the signing order. I just liked checking their names in that order. And we're going to go down here and we are going to hit send. And it's just confirming document has been shared. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.